Good afternoon. Welcome to your Campus Connect forecast. I'm meteorologist Justin Conway. And once again, looking at Quitman, Mississippi, they dealt with a few more sunshine than we did today. As here in Starkville, we're a little bit further north, had to deal with this system that we're going to be talking about in a few moments. Could be producing some severe weather. But 81 degrees in Quitman, that's pretty much echoing the theme across the state. It was pretty hot today in the lower 80s. And those winds were noticeable, influencing those humidity levels. It's a little sticky out there as well. But let's look at the satellite and radar and see how these storms have developed over the past 6 hours. And they're really starting to get their acts together. We're actually seeing some discrete storms develop. And that is the reason why that severe storm watches have been issued for the most part of northern Mississippi. And I won't be surprised if we begin to see this begin creeping southward in places like Jackson and Meridian, because this is the general direction of these storms. They are moving to the southeast, and they will be impacting Starkville in the next few hours or so. So here we are currently, a little bit of a better, closer look. We're watching this cell to the north, moving towards Tupelo and to the east. That's probably not necessarily going to impact us directly. We're more watching these storms out to the west. They're now moving into Mississippi, and they will be moving in our direction. So let's take you at the radar motion over the next couple hours of these developing storms, and you can see them really begin to fire off over the next few hours. And once we get to around 4 o'clock or so, that's when we start seeing those cells or thunderstorms moving into Oktibbeha County, and it could potentially impact us here in Starkville. So again, between 4 and 5 here around Mississippi State is when we want to start being alert and looking up to your weather conditions. That we have some potential severe storms moving into our area. But once again, we see those storms race down to the south, so I won't be surprised if they'll be getting on those severe watches as well later on today. But we have a very active week we're going through. So I'm going to show you through the predictor the rest of what we think is going to happen through Friday. Here we are on Wednesday. We probably could start off with some sunshine as we get into the morning hours of Wednesday, but then we see those clouds surge northward, and that is going to stick with us through much of Thursday. Look, most of Mississippi is covered with some pretty decent cloud cover as we get to around Thursday morning, and that is going to stick with us through much of the day. But when you see all those clouds moving northward, that is going to set the conditions up favorable for instability, and that is the chances for thunderstorms to develop over the coming week to increase, especially by Friday, as we see this cold front surge down into Mississippi, and it's going to clash with that warmer air that's been building all week. And we could see the potential for some more storms Friday as you see that rain line begin to develop through Friday night. So again, tomorrow we have another rain chance. It shouldn't be as significant as today as we see those storms begin to fire up and move through the area in the next couple hours or so. It will be another relatively warm day, upper 70s. We will see those rain chances, probably more showers like move through in the early part of the afternoon hours. And then we deal with some cloudiness as we move into the Thursday. So let's talk about the rest of the work week we have for you. Again, we have a chance of storms through the early part of the week. We are watching Friday for you because that's looking like a potential serious situation with some storms developing as a cold front moves in the area. But fortunately, we are looking at another beautiful weekend potentially. Look at that, low 60s, not really any rain chances. So this weekend is looking awesome.